we enter into one of the most holy and sacred weeks in the Christian calendar, what we now call Holy Week, we want to help you prepare your heart, your mind, and your soul for what is to come on Easter Sunday. Each day leading up to Easter and on Easter Sunday, we are going to be following the traditional church Holy Week calendar and have readings for each of these days. And today, we are going to be focusing on Maundy Thursday. Now, if you're from the Protestant tradition, you may have never heard this phrase before, Maundy Thursday. Maundy Thursday gets its name from the Latin word mandatum. I hope I said that right. Mandatum, meaning command. That is because Jesus, on the night of the Last Supper, gave his disciples a new commandment: love one another as I have loved you. The day commemorates both the Last Supper and the washing of the disciples' feet, which Jesus also did as an act of humility and service. So you may have never heard of this phrase before, but I am sure you know the story well. On this day, we see Jesus washing the feet of the disciples and then also giving us the ordinance of Holy Communion. Let's read about it now in Matthew chapter 26, verses 26 through 30. It reads, "As they were eating, Jesus took the bread, blessed and broke it, and gave it to the disciples and said, 'Take and eat. This is my body.' Then he took the cup. After he gave thanks, he gave it to all of them and said, 'Drink it, all of you, for this is my blood of the covenant, which is poured out for many for the forgiveness of sins. But I tell you, I will not drink from the fruit of this vine from now on until the day when I drink it with you in my Father's kingdom.' And after singing a hymn, they went out to the Mount of Olives." So in this passage, we see Jesus saying, this is the covenant. But what even is a covenant? What does that mean? Throughout the Bible, we see God making covenants with his people. First with Adam, that one day God will send the Messiah that will ultimately crush the head of the serpent. Noah, that God would never flood the earth again, despite how bad mankind may and will become again. Abraham, that through his seed, the Messiah will come, and not even more than that, but ultimately he would be the father of a great nation, by whom would produce the Messiah. Moses, God promised to make Israel into a holy kingdom of priests that will spread his blessing and glory to all the nations, and in doing such, they would have to follow his commandments, what we know as the 10 Commandments. David, his throne would last forever because God will raise up a descendant, the ultimate descendant from his lineage, so long as David and the people remain faithful to God. And then the new covenant. One day, God will write his law on the hearts of his people, bring complete forgiveness of sin, and raise up a faithful king from the lineage of David who will restore all that has been broken. This covenant will be everlasting as promised through the prophets Jeremiah and Ezekiel. So when Jesus said, "This is the covenant in my blood," he is saying that the new covenant, it's here. It's not coming. It is here now. Through Jesus, we can find the forgiveness of sins. Through Jesus, the kingdom of David will have no end. Through Jesus, God's law just won't be on some tablets of stone, but instead, they will be on the hearts of his people. And through Jesus, God's people, his sons, his daughters, will have eternal life. But the story isn't done here, because in order for the new covenant to be issued, for the new covenant to come, blood first has to be spilled. A sacrifice has to be made. And that sacrifice would be Jesus himself.